having you. Tuesday the 20th of December. Just thought I'd give you a quick update as to how things are going. Basically, other than the 2 fish where I've already documented are lost, everything else has survived. The pond now, well this pond, which is what I always judge by. I always judge by these. This is currently sitting at around about 9 degrees, and yeah, as you can probably see, they're up looking for food. So I'll feed them in a sec. That pond, which obviously was the troublesome pond, they're all swimming around. They're actually, I'll tell you what they're at the minute. 11.1 they're at, and that's still naturally falling from when I had it for 15 the weekend. It's now Tuesday, I'm still at 11.1, so I'm gradually coming down. I've got the heaters set to 10 on the STC 1000. Now, you've probably heard me mention that before. What I'm going to try and do, if I get a chance, is I'll try and do a little bit of a video as to what these STC 1000s are, just in case anybody's interested. We'll do a little bit of a wire up as well. I'll be honest, I did start to do one the weekend when I was messing with that one, and it went totally wrong. That's another story, I'll cover that on another day. It's just the missus smashed one of the heaters and it just went totally wrong. But yeah, everything in that tank is fine, no casualties. The blue tank, as far as I can see, no casualties. They're all swimming around. Now these are fry around about 2 inches long. They're all swimming around, and as you know, I left them alone. There was 3 inches of ice on the top of there, and they're all fine. I'll try and get them on video in a bit. Also, now I'm doing all this off the front camera. These were also under 2 inches of ice, 2 to 3 inches of ice. They're all okay, as you can see. No casualties in there. I've also got small homebreds in there, just a couple of them. There's a little karashigo and a little retriever in there, which are homebred, and they're fine. The only one that struggles is that Atsuri there. Now, there's a bit of an odd shape as well, but he's the only one that's ever struggled, and he's been like that since day one. Trying to stand by. He's alright at the minute, but then he'll start swimming and doing a little bit sort of bowser. But yeah, they're just knocking around in the tank. I'll stick it on the back camera and we'll see. So yeah, that's the Atsuri I was on about. He's a bit of a Mongol, bit of a weirdo. But these are all looking fine. These are all okay. They've also been fed, because I've fed them now twice in the last few days. I don't want to overdo it, but I've fed them twice, and I'm fine. They're fine. So yeah, can't knock them. Now I will try, but I doubt very much whether they will be going to swim. I think because it's condensated up. But these in here, take the clips off, try and get the perspex off, out of the way. Oh, I don't know what that was. Something just fell. Only God knows what that was. That's probably spooked him anyway. Nice piece of wood. The piece of wood fell off, sunk as well. You might see a couple just tossing about. You'll see them sort of over the blue patch at the bottom, and they've all shot off anyway now because that piece of wood going in there. But there's no casualties. Oh, actually, tell a lie. There you go. There's one there, and that's the only one I've seen. So let's get it out. You can see the sort of size of him, and that's the only one I've seen. That's the only one. Everything else gets blowed from the top down here, so yeah. So there you go. That's proved me wrong. There is casualties, or there is one. But I mean, I can see him swimming about round the bottom. I don't know if the phone's picking him up. There's a little it's 2 or 3 sort of on the bottom, just down there. You can just about see them. That's just knocked it all murky now, that piece of wood dropping in there. So I've had one casualty, which, you know what, out of 35 fish going in, one casualty, really that bad is it? I can live with that, with the winter we've had so far. Here's one just going, knocking about down there, look. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, I am happy with it obviously, but for what it is, and to say there was absolutely no heat whatsoever on this tank, neither was there on that tank. Pretty good going, in all fairness. Them knocking about, them looking for food. Well, I fed them yesterday and they come up for food. That spooked them a little bit, that piece of wood going in. You can see the oranges, you can't see the dark ones so much. You can only see the dark ones when they swim past this light patch down here. But I was up here looking at them last night and there was 5 or 6 of them together there. So yeah, that's an update on everything here. The piece of 2-inch pipe which come off over there, where am I? Over there. That's now in there. And as you can see, the fishermen are out of it. But yeah, these are okay. These are sound as a fan, these are. Except for that one, as I said. He's always been a bit iffy. He's always been a bit of a stranger. That's up and running. 10 watts that runs at, that pump. That's all that's on here. No UV. Just that 10 watts off that little pump. That's a little Jibao. It's the 9000. It's turned right down anyway. Jibao model. Can't bloody see. Oh, 4000. 4000. First little Jibao 4000 there. It's only running on the very lowest, which is like 30%. And that's what it's just turning this tank over lovely. This tank's around about 200 gallon. So yeah, works a treat on there. Sorry about the camera work, I'm sort of looking at stuff and not concentrating on what you're looking at. That's one of my little homebreads just down here. Little Karashi guy. That's one of the 2 what I had in the blue tank, if you remember. I don't know if I documented it when I said the one that got snake eyes, but that's the one. I don't know where the other one, now he's down here. Here's the other one down there. Just down here now, down in the corner, that's the other one. So yeah, they've come on well, to be fair. They've done better than I thought they would. If you remember, it was a bit of a freak spawning, and I only had 3 left. I lost one, and I was in this blue tank over the summer. I've totally eaten all the Daphnia, so when I was in there, I ripped it all apart, and then I managed to get some more Daphnia going again, and then I stuck these in, and there's no Daphnia in there now. And to be fair, I've got a blue vat with some water lettuce in up there. There's some Daphnia growing in there, but you can see these starting to come round again now. And there's one just down there. And there's a few over the back. There's a couple knocking about down here as well. So they're fine. I can't get over it, to be fair. I expected to lose most of them, but to lose just one out of that lot, for me, that's good going. Well, for anybody, I would say. But I'm going to get the covers back on these now. I've documented that everything's okay, and you can see everything swimming about. Fine. What I will do, share. I'll just take it up here. Whew. Show you these. Get the light on these bad boys. These are always okay, though, as we know. This is such a banging pond, it's unbelievable. That one. Oh. Let me get some food. And let's get them all fed. I've got some other stuff to sort out tonight, so I can't spend too long up here. Also, I've got no water up here at the minute. No running water. Them 4 barrels are full. But I've got no running water because the outside tap, what was up the garden, up the top, what was feeding the filters originally, the frost had that, blew the tap off the end of the pipe, which is 24mm water pipe. Blew the tap off that, so I've had to isolate the water up here for the time being. as you can see, at 9 degrees. And to say how cold they've been, they had no filter running for 4 days. They had ice over the top, and now up 9 degrees, and yeah, they're ravenous. These will get fed in a minute in the other pond. I know it's dark, but I'll give them a bit as well. I don't even take the cover off here to feed these. What I do with these, there's a bit of a gap down the side of the pipe. I just drop the food in there, and I have one of these who measures my food at the end of the day, so I'll give them what I think they want. So as you can see, just that little bit of a gap there. Food fits down. Sound as bad, that is. I don't know if I've got a leak or whether it's just a splashbacks, but the pond, all down the pond, down this edge is soaking. And I know it's our rain today. Oh, forgive me, I'm off again with the camera, look, all over the bloody place. Well, I'm up, I'm feeding, I'm enjoying life at the minute. This time last week they were all down. So, yeah, just a quick update off me, just to say, yeah, fine. Everything's sound as planned. I don't want to overfeed them, because I think we've got to have the temperatures drop away again towards Christmas. I mean, it's Tuesday today. I think Thursday or Friday the temperatures have got to drop away again a bit. So the littlings have some of this, which is Cuttlebrook fry food. It's the 0.8 to the 1.2, that is. I'll just sprinkle some of that in. It does sink, so they'll pick that up off the bottom. I mean, before the temperatures dropped, they was coming up and taking it off the top. You know, they were even letting it gain a chance to sink, but at the minute, they're gaining a chance to sink. And I'm taking it off the bottom. But I'll get that piece of timber out of that up on now, and we'll see how it goes. Really impressed with this tank, I've got to admit. The way it runs, really impressed with it. And I'll be honest, if I'm going to be truthful, my personal thoughts on this tank and the reason why it's done so well, as you know, it's been running off an easy pod. It's, let me just put this food in here. It was running all through the summer just off an easy pod. It was only recently I added the Tempest. So just on an easy pod, there's 50 odd fish in there, ranging from close on 40 cm now, them two Macashies. There might be 40, there might be over 40, I don't know, I don't measure them. I'll measure them in the spring. Ranging from that sort of size. Also the Kawakus, I'm around about 40, 42. Down to, I don't know, 25 cm. And there's around about 50 fish. I mean, that Shintaro Sanka there is looking lovely, in all fairness. Just a bit lacking on growth, if I'm honest, and I've said that before. We're, like I said, the Macashis and that Kawaku there, that Kawaku is about 42, 43. So you can tell. And there's only, well, about 500 gallon without the filters. Round about 5,500 gallon there, in all fairness. So that's me babbling on anyway. Just thought I'd come and give you a quick update to show you everything seems to be okay. One loss, one little and gone. So it's a bit of a shitter, but you know how it is. Only the one. Plenty of bloody snails in there. Well, everything seems to be okay, in all fairness, for I really can't knock it too much. Happy days. There you go. I hope we've seen the last of them frosts. But the sky's clear tonight. Stars are out. As you can see it. No good documenting that, is there? There's absolutely nothing changed there. Absolutely nothing. That's still in the same state as it was. I don't intend to do anything either this year now. It can stay as it is. There's water lettuce in there. Plus, I did notice there was a load of daphnia in here as well before the frosts. But just these little bits of polycarb over the top seem to have saved the water lettuce and the white arums, so that's okay. But there's a load of daphnia knocking about in there as well, and there's quite a big body of water there. I've also got daphnia up the top. So I've got water lettuce in there, a couple of different varieties as well. Duckweed, bloody stuff. I actually thought about putting some fish in there if I'm honest, but I don't think it's the right sort of environment for them. So but in all fairness, pretty full of the stuff, look, it's full on it, but that don't matter. I'm sure it'll be alright this summer, especially if I can spawn again in the spring. If I can spawn in the spring, it'll benefit me in the summer when they're raising the fry. So there you go. Other than that, guys, not a lot happening, but everything's fine in there, fine and dandy. There's some fluke treatments in with them at the minute. They seem to have calmed down. The flukes don't seem so bad. There's also some recovery, I think it is. It's this stuff. Kasuri recovery. Post-trauma treatment. As protective slime coat reduces fish stress with added aloe vera. So it's just when they've been under a bit of stress. And I've got half a bottle of that in there at the minute. And I've also got half a bottle of that. The other half a bottle will be going in towards the weekend. But guys, thanks for your company on this one again. Nothing really other to update you on, other than to say, all except for one little casualty, which is sitting here on the table ready to go in the bin. I'm quite happy with the way we've pulled through. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Everything's feeding in there. Everything's feeding and happy in here. The temperature's gone a little bit milder. It's around about 5 degrees here at the minute. But everything seems to be holding fine. Once again, thanks to everyone who offered me support over last week. I was proper stressed, if I'm honest. I was proper pissed off. I was proper ready to pack it all in. So a big thank you to everybody who sent me messages, wished me well, offered me support, and got me through it in all fairness. Big thanks to all of you. Right, I'm going to leave you there, because otherwise I could rattle on all night. Hey buddy. Happy days. What a turn around from last week. Go on then, catch you in a bit, Said.